What's going on, guys? Brilu here. Now, before I get on to the main topic of today's video, I really wish I had actually taken the time out to write out a script for today's video, just because, especially for these commentary videos, that is what I've normally been doing for, definitely a few months now. Just because it makes it more professional, and I tend to forget what I want to talk about, and it just tends to get really rambly and stuff when I talk, and I tend to stumble and mumble a lot, so it kind of helps, for me at least, to write out a script. And that's what I've been doing for a while, but I just haven't for today because I'm lazy, and because I really want to get this video out for before tomorrow, because tomorrow is the event that I'm going to be talking about, the Chinese New Year event, which is the next Overwatch seasonal event, which will be really cool. I just kind of want to share my opinion on that. Before, I just want to kind of talk about the gameplay a little bit too. But I'll try to keep, I guess, the coherentness and the more structured, somewhat, I guess, a little bit more professionalism of the scripted videos. It's definitely gonna be a lot harder for that, but yeah, a little bit of the gameplay too. So yeah, so this was back when there was no hero limit. We ran out with 6 Genjis and whatever, and that's what we did. We ran out with 6 Genjis, and then I switched to a soldier because we really needed more reliable DPS, and then I switched to Lucio, which then we because we got stopped here for a really long time. Then I switched to Lucio, and we did pretty well. I'm not gonna ruin it, but at the time, I really wanted to show off this gameplay because it was amazing to me in my head. But now that I'm actually good at the game, because when I recorded this game, it was 2 weeks or a week into the launch of the game, so I was still kind of learning how to play and learning what each character's ability was and who counters who and all this. So I definitely was nowhere near as good as I am now, and it's just crazy to see honestly how far I've come and how much better I am now. I'm noticing all these kind of bad stuff that I've been doing in these videos, my positioning, my aim is kind of bad, and I'm trying to 1v1 Junkrats as Lucio, and there's another video where I'm Tracer, and my aim was so horrible, and I didn't even use the recall ability even once. I don't even think I switched to the speed ability in this, besides just getting out of spawn. So yeah, it's honestly just crazy to see how far I've come. It just goes to show that if you want to get good at something, if you want to become a pro or just become really good at a game, or even anything in general, it's just practice. That's how you do it, and that's how you become better at something. It's just play the thing over and over again. But I'm a lot better now, so trust me. I'm 3,300 rank, almost master rank. But and then you may be asking, okay, why am I showing this gameplay then? It is kind of good for the level at what it was, or how kind of bad I was at the time. But also because this is one of the only few Overwatch games that I have saved that don't have background sort of voice chat or talking from me, because I normally just play in at least a duo or a trio now. So yeah, I don't really solo queue and then kind of record the gameplay. But yeah, so that, enough about that. That's not what this video is about. I just kind of wanted to share that. So yeah, so the Chinese New Year event, new seasonal event for Overwatch is tomorrow. And I'm kind of excited. I'm actually kind of excited for that. I really like Overwatch, and Blizzard has done a really good job, in my opinion, in keeping up with the DLC and adding new updates and, basically patching the game if something's broken or all this. So I really like the game. It's really fun. And the seasonal events are pretty awesome. And so yeah, we've had 3 so far. So we've had Halloween, the Summer Games, and the Christmas one, right? And so far each one has a brawl. So there's Lucio Ball was for the Summer Games, the Drunken Side's Revenge was for Halloween, and then May's Snowball Offensive was for obviously Christmas. Now, up until the Snowball's Offensive, they basically increased they basically made it better up to each one. So Lucio Ball was okay. I played it here and there. It was pretty fun. It was a nice sort of, kind of, I guess you could say, not really rip-off, but it's sort of really similar to Rocket League, right? It's kind of like an Overwatch Rocket League sort of thing. So that was kind of interesting. But then Drunken Side's Revenge came along, and it was honestly so fun. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me. It's probably the best Brawl that we've had so far. It's so fun, and just honestly I played it like countless times. And then they kind of like took a step back, I feel, and a lot of people would definitely agree with me on this as well, with the Snowball's offensive, or May's Snowball offensive. Like, they sort of, yeah, they like took a step back. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me with that. Like, I feel like they took a step back with the May's Snowball offensive, and it definitely was nowhere near on the same level, even close to Junkenstein's Revenge. And I don't know, like, I guess because like it was the first PvE sort of thing in Overwatch, and Overwatch is mostly just PvP, right? So it's like people versus people multiplayer, but then that was the first sort of PvE, people versus sort of AI, and it was just like, I don't know, it was so cool because it was good for like the people that weren't sort of, you know, just kind of want to do it casually, so they could do it on like easy difficulty, and then people that kind of really wanted a challenge, they could do it on hard difficulty. And it was actually really hard. You actually need teamwork, and you need actually like really good communication and people actually playing, which is it's so weird because I honestly don't even really like PvE kind of like single player campaign stuff as much. Like I'm strictly more of a multiplayer kind of guy now. But even for me, like I play that so many times, like, and even just for practice too. Like it's so good to you know, practice your aim and get better at you know, aiming basically. It's like May's Snowball offensive, like I felt like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me as well, they didn't really put as much effort, I guess, into it. It was basically like just a reskin of something that we already had. Like, so it was, I mean, it's kind of cool that it was a 6v6, and like it was a little bit different in terms of like you only had, it's kind of like one in the chamber sort of thing. But like I literally only played that maybe 5 times, I want to say. Like the same thing with Lucia Ball, I only played it like maybe a handful of times. But I can't tell you how many times I played the Junkenstein's Revenge. It was like insane. And like it was basically like something that we already had before too. Like it was like, it was the same map, so it was like the 3v3 sort of Echo Point Antarctica. And then it was sort of like an S&D type of thing that, it was sort of like we already had that, and you can only be one character, one hero. So like it was really cool that the Junkenstein's Revenge, you could be like, you know, you could be like 4 different characters, or you could change your character if you didn't want to be like Anna. You could be like Hanzo, or you know, Soldier, or McCree, right? So it was just all these other different things, and it was completely different too. It was PvE models that they didn't. It was something that we didn't have in the game before, so that was really cool. And so, how does this tie into the Chinese event? Is at first I didn't think that they were going to do like a brawl for it, because it was so soon after the Christmas one, and I don't think it's gonna last nearly as long as the New Year's, or I guess the Winter Wonderland one. But apparently they are doing a brawl for it, and I'm really hoping that it's more like Junkenstein's Revenge, and not like kind of like a Lucio Ball or May's Snowball offensive. But this is really hard because you have to, like, you can't make it similar to Junkenstein's Revenge, right? You can't just, so it's gonna be like Chinese, right? You can't just have it like, you can't just have like a Zenyatta now instead of a Mercy as the final boss, and then you can't just have like waves of bots coming at you on you know, Eichenwald on that map, right? It has to be like something different. But it also, I don't want it to be sort of like a May's Snowball offensive sort of thing. And like, so like they have like screenshots and stuff of like the, you know, of like Zenyatta and like a few other heroes of the Chinese thing, and like it looks pretty dope. And like I watched was a unit loss video, which I'll leave in the description down below. But I don't know, like when I was watching the video, I had all these like crazy things in my head for what maybe the brawl could be, and I don't really know why I had that, because like I'm like, okay, they've never done that before. But I was thinking like, because he was talking about how it sort of like mirrors kind of a book on, I think it's called like The Journey to the West or something, and it's like this monk and these like river monsters and this pig monster, and it's supposed to like kind of resemble Winston and like Roadhog, and it, like when I was listening to it when he was talking about it, I was like, holy shit, this might actually be pretty crazy. Like they might actually get us to go on like maybe a journey with like verse bots, and then maybe as Winston you have to like go over because there's one part where like Winston has all the, like his monkey sort of counterpart in the Chinese lore has like this kind of like ability to change, and that's sort of like his ult, right? Because his ult kind of makes him into a huge beast, and like it'd be kind of cool. I was thinking like maybe it could be sort of like a Destiny raid sort of thing where you can like go to like maybe other people have to like defend this portal, and then once the portal activates, you have to like go in there as Winston, and then Winston gets his ult when he jumps in there, and you gotta jump out and defend like maybe a statue or something. Like I was thinking of all these like crazy things that I kind of forgot now, but I was like, holy shit, that might actually be crazy, but I don't know if they're actually gonna do that. I'm actually kind of worried that they might do another Maze Snowball offensive, and it might not be as good. But at the same time, if that's the case, I don't want to get too overhyped, or I don't want to get too hyped, or I don't want to get myself too excited for this Brawl that may not be as good as maybe I'm thinking in my head. But I don't know, I think it'll be fun otherwise. I'm really looking forward to it. Probably won't be seeing any videos on that on tomorrow, on Tuesday, but you'll definitely be seeing it on Wednesday, so that'll be cool. I'm really excited for the skins. I kind of want to get the Zen skin, so that'll be cool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for rambling on. Like I said, no script. Even when I do have a script, I tend to ramble on. That's just because I have a lot that I want to say, and I don't realize that maybe I could cut out maybe a few things and not put it in the video because it makes it too long. But hope you guys enjoyed anyway. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!